Hey guys, welcome back to AKFPL. Hope you all had a nice international break. I for one needed it just to recover from my pretty shambolic Game Week 29 score. So we will look at Game Week 29, look at how my team did, how many points I scored, and then we will look ahead to Game Week 30 where we'll do the preview. So this is my team for Game Week 29. I scored 39 points, which was a red arrow. It took me from 3.5k to 5.7k. So that was about a minus 60% drop in rank for me, which was really bad. I had two free transfers which I made. I brought in Lingard for Gundogan and then I brought in Cresswell for Cancelo. So let's dissect the game week a bit further and find out what went wrong. So I had Martinez and Target at the back, double Villa defence. No clean sheet there, although I didn't expect one, to be honest with you. I then had Dallas and Cresswell in my back line. Again, none of them got clean sheets. Cresswell and Target didn't even score any points because they both got yellow cards in the last minute, which was frustrating because this was the type of game week where I really needed every single point just to get closer and closer to the safety score, which was 49 for my rank. I then had Dan Burn on my side, who was declared fit to be in the squad, but he didn't actually start for Brighton. So that was the first big shot to my rank. The fact that Brighton kept a clean sheet and so many people around me had Brighton managers, it really did pull me back for this week. And then in midfield, I had Rafinha and Lingard, who actually did very well for me, especially Lingard. I was really pleased to see him get a double-digit haul on the first week that I bring him in. I had Son, who was a bit of a question mark for this game, but was probably most likely going to miss out. He didn't play, but the people that transferred in Bale got a bit unlucky because he didn't play either, so didn't really miss out too much there. And then up front, I had Kane, who was my captain. He got me 14 points, so very reliable there. And then Watkins, who blanked. So I effectively went in to this week with 8 players who I was hoping would play. But in the end, the fact that Target and Cresswell both blanked, I effectively had 6 players who served me points. So really poor week, and ultimately all it came down to was the fact that I didn't have a Brighton defender who got a clean sheet, and that was meant to be Dan Burn, but he didn't play. And I didn't have Bamford. So if you followed my videos up till now, you'd realise that I took Bamford out because I had to use up a free transfer. So I took Bamford out for Watkins. And then my plan was to probably bring Bamford back in this week. But what happened was Bamford got injured in the game before this against Chelsea, came off early, and he was a bit of a doubt for this game. He was, he wasn't really 100% fit and he was flagged. So I was never going to bring him Bamford back in this game when he was flagged. But he played and he did pretty well. I think he got 12 points. So that was a massive dent to my rank as well. So it was a fine margin actually this week because I just needed 49 points to maintain rank. I got 39, but 49 points was the safety score. So if I just had Burn who played, that would have got me 6 points, and then I just needed to make up 4 points from somewhere else in my team. And I spent a lot of time just before the deadline trying to decide between captaining Lingard versus Kane. And up till now, I've been playing so conservatively that I just went with Kane because I just thought he's going to get at least 1 goal in that game. But I felt that Lingard did have a chance of outscoring him. So, maybe if I was a bit riskier, I captained Lingard as well. That was a difference of 5 points. If Burn played, that would have been another 6 points, 11 points. That would have been enough to just get me to that safety score. So it was a fine margin in the end. Can't blame myself too much. Game Week 29's done, so I'm just going to forget about it and move on. So let's look ahead to Game Week 30, where hopefully I can start to turn things around. So this is currently how I'm lined up for Game Week 30. I've got 1 free transfer and 0.2 million in the bank. And I'll just take you through my lineup first. I've got Martinez in goal. He's got a decent fixture at home against Fulham. But I think if you look at the table, Fulham are currently fighting for survival. So I'm not 100% sure Villa are going to have a good chance of keeping a clean sheet here because Fulham have to come out and score against them. So I've currently got him in goal. I've got Dallas, who's got a good fixture against Sheffield United at home. Hopefully that's going to be a clean sheet. I've got Diaz currently playing away against Leicester. Now, that could be a tricky fixture for Man City in terms of keeping a clean sheet, but, I'm always going to play a Man City defender because they can pretty much get a clean sheet against anyone. And then I've got Cresswell, who's got an away fixture against Wolves. Again, not the easiest fixture to keep a clean sheet against, but he's got good attacking return potential. Still undecided if I'm going to be keeping him after this week, but definitely going to play him this week. Bench target because, like I said, I think Fulham are just going to attack Villa. Burn, obviously not going to play him because he's got Man U away. In midfield, I've got Rafinha, who, again, happy to play my Leeds attacker in this game. Lingard, definitely going to be playing him. Fernandes and Son. Son is still a question mark if he's going to be fit after the international break. I'm hoping he is because he's got a very good fixture against Newcastle. And then up front, I've got Calvert-Lewin, who's got a good fixture against Crystal Palace. And I've got Harry Kane. So Kane's currently my captain. And then I've got Watkins to complete my front three. Now, I've got a few questions about this team. The first big question I need to ask myself is, who do I want to play between Salah and Watkins? Now, I had Salah in my team in my first 11 all week, but then I got the news that Grealish was fit. So that immediately boosted the appeal of playing Watkins. And like I said, Fulham are going to have to come out and attack Villa. So to me, that seems like they're going to leave a bit more space at the back. They're going to be a bit more vulnerable to attack. So again, the fact that Grealish is back, I think I'm just wanting to play Watkins for that upside. Now, Salah's got Arsenal, so that could be a decent fixture for him. He could score, could get an assist, but on paper it's still not a great fixture. So at the moment, I'm going ahead with Watkins. And to be fair, I'm just not sure who else I can drop in favour of Salah, because everyone else in my front eight has a really good fixture. In fact, what would really help me out with this decision was if Son just needed another week to recover from his injury, because then I could just play Salah and I wouldn't have this headache to deal with. But for now, I'm going to keep Salah on my bench, and it's actually a bit crazy to think that I'm benching Mo Salah because I've never done that before playing FPL. He's been top scorer for the past few seasons, and I'm finally coming to the point where he's just not on form. Liverpool still looking, not like the team that they were before. So he's currently sitting first on my bench, but I'm still undecided about that. But I think at the moment I am leaning towards playing Watkins over Salah. The next question I need to answer is what to do with my free transfer. So currently I'm looking to make a goalkeeper swap. I think Martinez, he served me so well since I brought him in with my first wildcard. But I think now has come to the time where I need to start thinking of removing him, because just look at these fixtures. The only thing that I might keep him for is the double game week, but we're still not sure when Villa are going to have this double game week. Could come towards the end of the season. So what I want to do is bring in Edouard Mendy from Chelsea. Now, Chelsea are going on an absolutely amazing run of fixtures, and they're currently one of the best defences in the league. So I really want to get onto that fixture run quite early. So if we look at the next 5 fixtures, they've got West Brom at home, Palace, Brighton, and then Fulham in the next 5. So definitely really good fixtures to capitalise on their defence. And I think I might even double on their defence from next week. So could be bring in the likes of Azpilicueta or Rudiger. So that's probably what's going to be my free transfer for this week. It's going to be Martinez in for Mendy most likely. I think if we look at the fixtures ahead, Chelsea, Liverpool and Leicester look like really enticing fixtures to target. So I think over the next few weeks, I'm going to be looking at the likes of Chelsea defenders, Jota maybe from Liverpool, Iheanacho from Leicester. Try to sort of change a few of my positions in my team around and target these fixtures. But for now, happy to jump on the Chelsea defence and see what comes off it. In terms of captaincy, I've currently got it on Kane. It was a decision between Kane and Fernandes. I think they're probably your best choice for this week. Can't really see anyone else. Son maybe if he's fit, but because he's coming back from an injury, I don't think many people are going to be captaining him. I just think Kane versus Newcastle has a bigger upside than Fernandes versus Brighton. Newcastle obviously looking really poor, and I think if Son's back in the Spurs team, that's optimal for Kane's returns. So I'm going with Kane. I think Bruno is still a pretty good shout. He could score similar points potential to Kane this week, but that's my plan for this week. I'm going to bring in Martinez for Mendy, and then I'm going to be captaining Harry Kane. I think my team in general looks pretty good for this week. So We're into the final 8 games of the season, so my target is still to aim for that top 1k finish. Now, I've gone on livefpl.net and I've checked. I'm 40 points off the top 1k, so I think with 8 game weeks left, that's definitely still achievable. So it's actually a really exciting time of the season, as I think people are going to be taking a few more risks with their teams. They're going to be playing things like wildcards, free hits. There's going to be a few more double game weeks coming up. So I think it's just going to be time to have a bit more fun with our teams, maybe try a few maverick moves, try and get higher up in the ranks. That's what my plan is going to be anyway, because I've been playing conservative all this time. So I think now's the time to maybe be a little bit different, try a few risks, and try and see how far high up I can go in the ranks. So I will leave it there. Thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't already, check out my tutorial video on my top 10 free FPL resources to boost your rank. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Have a good game week, and I'll see you all in the next video.